what I took as travel art supplies for my last trip to Arizona. So now I'm going to open everything inside and why I took it. So these markers I brought because I also brought my bullet journals, which aren't here, to do some journaling. This packet just has some stamped images that I was hoping to color if I just didn't have that much time. Had some extra paper, my Peerless watercolor palettes that I made, just for if I wanted to do something but didn't want to take anything out. There is washi tape in here, a little bottle with a sponge, and that was pretty much my, if I didn't want to do anything but still wanted to color. I brought postcards because I thought it would be fun to make some postcards and send home or send to friends. I brought this sketchbook because this is the one that I work on with for the 10-day challenges that Colby Bloom has been doing, and I thought maybe I'd have a chance to work on the rest of the last challenge she was working on. I'm on day 7 or 8, I think, so I was hoping to finish that up. Brought this one because it has some black paper. Thought maybe I'd work on some metallic watercolors if I wanted to do some lettering or something. Brought this one for this is just my play around sketchbook. I just wanted to try some flowers or something like that. Got that one for this. I bought this from Korea actually, and it's just a bunch of very simple flower bookmarks, and it comes with an instruction booklet on suggestions on how to color. And I brought it just in case. Again, I wanted to do art but didn't really want to draw anything or paint anything myself. And I'm going to open this one because this is actually another sketchbook I brought, and this is my travel, well, kind of, my travel journal-ish, so I wanted to paint in here for my travels if I was going to do any plein air sketching. So that was in here. This one, I just randomly grabbed some graphic just in case I wanted to sketch with them, a pen for writing, whitewash just in case, some mints, pencil sharpener, eraser, parallel pilot. I recently bought these and they're so fun to play with, so I thought it'd be fun to add some marks with this on sketches. And I brought this for masking fluid that I have in one of my bags. So this was just an extra pencil case that I grabbed sort of last minute to grab some items that I thought I might need. And this is just a big clip. I was just going to use it to hold my sketchbook and stuff like that. And this was another set that I thought of last second. It was a last minute addition. But there were some colors of ocean paper paint that I wanted to take. So I added these from the Salt and Sand collection. And it's these colors. I thought they would be really nice for painting the desert scene or canyon scenes that we were going to see. And then these are some metallic paints. These I made with Pearl-Ex powders, and then these are mostly Ulay. I think this one's Hydrocolor. Yes, this one's Hydrocolor, but this is her Vibrant set, and then a couple of colors from her Amazon set, and then this is Radioactive by Hydrocolor. I love this color for like sun or any sort of rays. It's just so bright. So I swatched them out on these just so I could see what colors they are, both on black and white. And these are just some, I bought these little tiny mini watercolors, and I pulled out the paints because I was going to fill the little mini watercolors with something else. And I thought it was such a waste to throw them away, so I just kind of glued them here, and they work for if I just need the primary colors and just fit perfect. So I just added it in here. More washi tape for borders. This I brought again for my bullet journal. This because I thought I was going to do some journaling, or I plan to. These are all watercolor pencils. I purchased most of these on clearance at Michael's. They were the super color. I don't know why they were on clearance, but they were, I don't know, like $1 each. So I just grabbed every color I could find. And then I included some fine liners, again in the colors that I thought I was going to use for my April spread. Put a watercolor brush in here. Highlighters, mild liners. These are the brush ones. I received these for my birthday from my friend. I love them. Again, for my planner. And then I just grabbed some stickers, like stickers that I thought might be fun for travel. I'm not going to pull them all out, but a lot of them are Daiso ones, just cute little animal ones. And then there's some florals in here, and there's some travel themed one, birds and stuff. I also included this palette because it had some colors that I thought could be useful, especially these darker colors. I didn't have that in my palette, but this is a palette I made using the Arts to Embers biodegradable plastic palette. I made this a while ago, and I still love the color selection. I think it really works for almost everything, so, or everything that I paint, and it has all my bright colors that I love. So took that to supplement my other palettes that I have as well. More washi tape, just in case. More stickers, and some, you know, I cut some out thinking that I would use. This was from Joann's, I think, but it had some cute, like, travel ones, so, or fun, you know, things like that. So I included that in case I had time to bullet journal. So this one was going to be just for my bullet journaling stuff. And this is the Lihit Lab bag, which pencil case. And I actually love this pencil case. It's really small and compact and fits so much. So I'm hoping to use it again. And then this is another pencil bag that I purchased for this trip. I was going to pick between these two, but I couldn't decide, so I kept both. But this one is the one that I was planning to use for my plein air painting. And so in it, I included this little palette, which is the Greenleaf Blueberry Sketchers palette, Micro Sketchers. And then I just included a gold. I put the yellow ochre in the other palette, so it's still here. But again, this is very good for mixes, and I included the gold in case I wanted to use that, and I thought it'd be a good supplement to the other palettes that I was taking. And this is just a cloth for dabbing paint off of. And I included my Stabilo All, which is just for sketching, and a couple of color erase pencils in red and blue, and then another water pen, Fudonosuke. I think this one's the hard, but it's the one that has the different, you can get the different line depths for sketching. This is a pen, plain black pen for sketching or adding lines after. And I liked this one because it has this this pocket here, which kind of, it could stand if it was like a sturdier surface. But I just grabbed some random color pencils that I thought I would like, and these are all from the Starjoy set. So I did that because if I lost them, I wouldn't be sad. So these were actually really used by my daughter. She used them the whole time in the car, so they were used. But yeah, just colors I thought would be useful for the subjects I was going to paint. Included a white paint pen, acrylic pen, and this is a white China marker, again for highlights and stuff. I also brought my small set of Caran d'Ache Neocolor ones. These are the only colors that I have, but you know, very basic. I thought it'd be fun to just add some sketchiness to my paintings if I wanted to do that. I also like this pouch, or this pencil case, because of this pouch. So I included a pencil sharpener. This has a kneaded eraser inside. And I have this aqua monolith, a Cretacolor aqua monolith pencil that my son broke, but it's okay. It still works, so I just shoved it in here. It's really nice, very light blue, so I thought it would be good for the sky. And then this I use for, for some masking fluid, which, wow, it's drying out, but masking fluid, I'm gonna have to clean that out and refill it. Masking fluid, and on the other side I have Dr. P.H. Martin Bleed Proof White for highlights and details. So I have that in here. I also included a ruler. I actually got this as an extra gift when I went to Art Supply Warehouse's recent Mardi Gras. And it was one of the things inside the bag, the goodie bag. So very useful. So that was my second pencil pouch. And I also took some Neocolor 2s. I bought this 15 color set a while ago, but I actually did replace some of the colors with other colors that I thought would be better for the Arizona trip. But so yeah, these are the colors that I took. I'll swatch these later. Everything that I took, I'll swatch them later. And then this is the other pouch that I took. I thought it'd be good to have something that I could carry or wear because we were going to be walking a lot. So this is just an old, I think my daughter used it for like a knee pad when she was a baby, when she was crawling. And I just use it now for as a towel. I took another pencil sharpener. I took lots of pencil sharpeners. And this is a travel brush. Oh, so this is the teeny tiny, like very, very detailed tiny travel brush. I got these from AliExpress and I actually really love this small detail. It holds very little water, very little paint, but such a tiny line. I love it. So I brought one of these. I also have in here an eraser and another pencil sharpener. I was having trouble, and another pencil sharpener. The pencils, the super colors, I couldn't use this pencil sharpener. It was too small, so I got this one, which has a slightly bigger hole for the super color watercolor pencils. And then this is a rock that I found when we were hiking. It looked like a heart, so I just wanted to bring it home. So it's in here now. So that was in the front. Then on the inside here, I have another, well, this actually belongs in here. This again, I got this from AliExpress. It came with a set of 5 and came with different brushes, but I actually did replace some of them. So this one is another liner, very thin. This came with this one and three more. It came in a set of 5. And they're all liners of different sizes. And this one is a angled brush. And then we have a flat brush. And then we have the reason I bought this set, the dagger brush. And it did shed. It's still shedding a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's like 1 or 2 hairs every once in a while. So I do love the different types of brushes. So highly recommend. And then I also took this kit, which is the one that I put together. I actually curated the colors and filled most of these specifically for this trip. And this is a magnet that I use to hold on to the palette to paint. So I just put it onto the book like this, and then I painted like that. But yeah, so again, most of these I filled. This one is an Art of Soil color. Love it. It was perfect. I use this one a lot. This is the green leaf and blueberry yellow ochre. I also use this a lot. And I like adding pops of pink. Like this neon pink is one of my favorites. So I included that and just included some colors I thought would be nice for the canyon type of look that I was going for. And again, I will swatch everything at the end. And this is, again, like I said, this is the sketchbook that I mostly worked in. This is a Stillman Burn Beta Series. Love this size. It's so perfect for me because I'm not very confident in my painting skills, so it doesn't feel so big. And also the paper is very forgiving and very, I was able to lift up pretty much anything. So I really loved working in this paper. It was very, very nice. And this is probably the most I've ever painted on any trip ever. So I will kind of show you the paintings later. And then I also included my tiny Peerless palette that I made. Again, Peerless is so nice because it's just so portable. And so I didn't get to use this, but I pretty much always carry it with me whenever I go just because it's just so portable. This is a water bottle, spritz bottle, with water in it, you know, just to spray in case my paints in case I need it. And then these are some more pencils. I have a pencil, a white gel pen, water brushes, black pen, a blue mechanical pencil for sketching, and another brush. This one is a Jackson one, size 4. It is small, but it actually doesn't keep the point very well, like that well. So if I need it for details, I would use the small tiny liner one instead of this one. But I took this one because it's nice. And I don't think there's anything back there, but there is another pocket here. I didn't put anything in there. So this is everything that I took on the trip. It actually did fit in my little Kanken backpack, so it worked out. But what I used on the trip is a very different story. I basically used this bag. This is what I took with me whenever we went out. Everything else stayed in the hotel. I was hoping that when I got back to the hotel, I would get to do some more painting, but I didn't. So basically, this is what I took with me wherever I went. And it was in the car, in the front seat with me when we were driving. So I could paint in the car. And, oh, this was a water bottle. Another one. I didn't use this at all. So yeah, so this is pretty much what I used. the entire time. I was really, really hoping to get some, finish the tutorials in this sketchbook to finish the last 10-day challenge from Colby, but I did not get there, so it's still blank. Hopefully I'll finish it one day. Yeah, so I guess, and I will show you the paintings that I worked on while I was there, or in the car. So this is the first painting I did. I did this at the hotel, actually. It was of the sunrise, a couple of pictures that I took of the sunrise on the way to Arizona. So this side I used watercolors. I used this palette, or little palette that I have in here, pretty much exclusively. I don't think I used any other palette except this one. And then I kind of didn't like how the sky turned out. I wanted the sky, like this to be more blue, because really the sunrise, there was just like a tiny sliver of this orangey purple color, and then the rest of it was blue. So I tried it on this side. I think I may have used this to, nope, not that, but I used something to make that square. And then I actually did use my Neocolor 2s and my super colors for this side, and then a couple of these, the neon yellow and neon pink for the sky. But this was more enjoyable to paint. I don't know which one do you think is better? I don't know, this one was more enjoyable to paint, but this took a lot longer. But yeah, this is the first painting I did in the hotel. And then this is my first attempt at doing plein air on the site painting. And it started off without all the blues and the pinks and the yellows. I ended up adding that at the end, and my husband did not like that. I think he said it was better without all that stuff, but I just felt like it needed a little bit more contrast. It definitely does not look like the Grand Canyon, but it was my first time painting outside, and so I was just glad that I got to do it. And then this was on our drive to Horseshoe Bend. I just did a very illustrative kind of painting of the drive there. And I think I actually did, again, use some, this is colored pencil, the green, but I think for the most part I did use this palette. This is the palette I used. Yeah. And I actually really used to hate crags. Like, I hated painting crags, but it's actually kind of fun and relaxing. And this one I did at Horseshoe Bend. I just was enamored by the waves and the ripples in the rocks, and so I tried to capture that in this painting. And this was the most time I spent sitting just painting, and it was really nice. My kids were just playing around, running around and climbing the rocks, and Horseshoe Bend was beautiful. It was very cold, but I did get to paint this, so that was nice. And then I tried to paint from my picture Horseshoe Bend. This is not finished. I did this in the car. It's not finished by any means, but I sort of gave up because it just doesn't look anything like it. And I don't know how I'm going to revive it. I'll maybe come back to it later. But yes, I did use my palette to make... No, I didn't use my palette. I thought I did. I used something again. Oh, I think I used this. I used this to make the... trace it, to make the little border. And I actually did use this pencil, this mechanical pencil in here. I used this one to sketch, and you can kind of see the blue lines underneath. This one is not water soluble, so yeah, you can definitely see some of the blue still there, but this is the pencil I used to sketch very, very lightly. I'm not much of a sketcher. I'm very loosey-goosey. I've always done loose florals, so this is definitely not my, forte. And then I decided I wanted just to have a page of just some of the trees and different plants we saw. So I actually started with this like very scraggly looking bush in the back. It's very light. But yeah, there were a lot of these like white trees or branches. They just looked like branches on the floor, and they looked very interesting. So I included that, and then I just did some trees that I saw and painted them. And this page is supposed to be the animals. I didn't finish, but I was working on it in the car. But I have my sketches. They're not great, but we'll see how it turns out. But I'm very proud. I did get a lot of painting done. I don't normally get to paint this much, even though it's not that many. But again, for a 5-6 day trip, I thought that was pretty good. So these are my paintings. And then I will come back and swatch everything I took and everything I took, but I really only used this and very, very briefly used these color pencils and the Neocolor ones, and just a very few colors of the Neocolor 2s as well for my first painting that I did at the hotel. But I didn't touch anything else. So, you know, I'm glad I got to take everything. I'm glad, we were just driving, so I was able to take all this stuff. But in actuality, I really do think I need to just pare down to what I know I will use, which most likely is going to be this little bag. It was so useful. It's just my sister gave this bag to me, and it really is so useful because it's not too heavy. And this palette is so perfect in size. It's the it's the art toolkit. And it's the perfect size. It's such a small, I could definitely bring another palette if I needed to, but I really don't need to. And yeah, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably get a small tin and stick some of the Neocolors in here as well. And this was perfect. I think I'm gonna try to figure out a way to make this my go-to travel palette, because I really do have a hard time when I'm going on a trip. I spend so much time trying to come up with a travel kit, and I just can't leave anything at home. I just want to take all my supplies with me. So I really want to work on downsizing and hopefully finding a one that really works for me. Yeah, and I'm sure that will change as, I get more comfortable painting out there in the wild. But yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I just wanted to share what I took and what I actually used. Very different stories. I'll be back with the swatches.